Hello everyone, my name is Amy Everson, the Adult Services Librarian at the Prairie County Public Library. Thank you for joining me for Miss Amy's Favorite Things Thanksgiving edition. And we're continuing our series doing our decoration for Thanksgiving for our tables. And this is one that we're going to be doing is a pumpkin wine glass. It's a simple project. It don't require a lot of materials, just a wine glass, and you can do them in different sizes, and you can find them at the Dollar Tree or Walmart, any place that sells any type of glassware. You're going to need some paint. Glass paint is the best, and you can find that at Walmart. You can do it with acrylic, and you may be able to do Mod Podge, a layer of Mod Podge, let that dry, paint over it, and then seal it with Mod Podge. That would work too, but glass paint would probably just be a little bit quicker in using a hair dryer, because it does take it a little bit longer versus regular acrylic paint to dry, unless you just are patient. Miss Amy has trouble sometimes with patience. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Of course, like I said, you'll need paint. I'm going to do this pumpkin orange, and it's like matte, and then a green. And you'll need a plate for your paint, some paint sponges, water for your brushes, and I got some raffia to tie around my stem, and I got some stickers to put on my glass. And I also found these, I ordered these from Hobby Lobby. They're just raffia, like with a little button on them to make a bow. I think it just makes it cute, but you don't have to do that. You could probably even tie it just with regular. You just make it your own. So first thing I did, the hardest part of this whole thing is trying to get it, if it has a price tag on the bottom, getting that sticky little thing off. So I did that, and then I took rubbing alcohol, which I know is in precious quantity supply right now, and removed the sticky residue off of it. And I'm going to just take my orange paint that I've already got out in my plate here, and I'm not going to start at the very stem at first. I'm just going to come down and go up about probably 3/4 of the way, just dragging my brush from top all the way to the bottom. Until I get it covered. Now, once you get it all the way on, when you've completed going 3/4 of the way up, then you can take your brush, and I'll show here in just a second. I've left a little bit of room. You can't really tell, but at the top. So I'm just going to get a better hold on it so I don't stick my finger in the wet paint. Then I'm just going to take a brush and just come my brush and just go right here, just in a circle around. If it gets a little bit on the stem, that's okay. Just kind of going in a circle. So I got it surrounded, and then I will wait for that to dry, and I will put on a second coat. Okay, so my orange is dried, and I've went ahead and I pre-did some green on my stem, and I'm just going to put my hand back up in here. I'm going to swirl around and put my orange in the water, and come over here, get my green paint stirred up, and then I'm just going to I think it really matters. I'm going to start on the bottom here, just go around. Again, to speed up that drying process, I use a hair dryer in between coats, just doing like 2 coats. back over my stem just a little bit. Okay, and when this dries, we'll be ready to put our raffia on. Okay, so I've got my stem and the bottom painted green and the bottom orange, and now I'm going to add some of that raffia, and you can find it usually like in the floral department is where you can find, especially if you're shopping at Walmart. But you may need scissors to trim some of this. It just depends how much you want to use. Some of it you can kind of tear apart. But all I'm going to do is tie mine. Do it a little bit thicker. I wanted to do it a little bit thicker than the one I initially started out with. And I'm just going to tie it in a knot at first to see what that looks like. I'm probably not going to attempt to tie this in a bow. I am not the best hand at like tying, but well, I've got it tied, and I could continue bringing it around. You just need to decide like really how much length that you want and how much of you want your raffia on there. But you could really just wrap it several times if you wanted to keep you from having to trim a whole lot of the excess off. I can get my ends to cooperate. I'm just going to try it one more time. So I got it knotted on both sides. That should not leave me with too much to have to cut off. And still give me a pretty little amount, and it does. I am going to probably trim some of this off. I'll probably trim about right here, so I'll show you when I get it trimmed. So I had to grab some scissors and cut mine up and trim it here how I wanted it to look. I finally got a length I like. I think it's pretty cute, and what I'm going to do is I have these dimensional stickers. I'm just going to peel it off, and I'm just going to add a couple just pretty it up some. I'm not going to add a bow to this one. I mean, you can certainly do that, or if you don't have raffia and you want to use just regular like ribbon that you would use to make a bow, you certainly can do that too. It's any way that you want to do it, but this is just a couple of different ways you can decorate your stems or old glasses, or you can certainly get them, like I said, at the Dollar Tree. Just something that's cheap but makes into a quick and easy fall decoration. So until next time, as you can see, it's done. Stay safe.